poorly built new construction homes. Let's get some understanding.
Here's the new home. Let's check it out. Nice uneven transition here over to the patio roof. Oh, exhaust fan. These aren't even attached. Short little screws. Got a little bit of a drainage issue here on the side yard. Testing the irrigation system. And that's not good. Here's another one. Looks like the garage wall got hit with a power washer. In the garage, you get a nice bucket finish in the concrete. Close. Second floor sink.
You got to think this is a brand new home that they're probably charging at least $400,000 or $500,000 for. And for this, and for this home to already have these types of issues, lets you know that there's very poor quality control when it comes to this new construction. I mean, it's insane. The whole point of buying a new construction home is not to have to worry about any headaches. You figure everything is going to be brand new. I'm going to be good as far as maintenance for at least 3 to 5 years. I just need to do preventative services, and then this is the type of quality of work that that's out here.
Great. Let's check the tub drain. Coming up the attic ladder, here's a purlin brace that's not nailed at all. Let's take a look at the air filter. We're missing a latch here on the door. Don't worry, it's already been quality inspected.
Brand new home. Smoke detector already beeping. They already need the battery changed. Again, think about it. This is a brand new home that someone probably spent $400,000, $500,000, $600,000 for, and look at the laundry list of issues they're going to have on day one.
All right, so you hear all the old timers saying how they don't build them like they used to, and I got to tell you, this one missed the mark by a long shot. I'd like to know what their budget was for nails on this project. All right, so this home's going for $1,100,000. So let's take a look at it and see what our money's buying us here. All right, I'll be honest, this thing looks like the framers lost in a game of Tetris. I mean, what, do they just stack boards up and just see which one fits best? I've seen a lot of framing in homes, but I've never seen this technique. I'd say upwards of 75% of the wall studs in this home were cut in half, and then another stud put right next to it. That's one of the ones you see with the green paint, which I would assume was put there by the framing inspector. Surely the builder didn't think this was going to fly. Oh, but that's not all. Every single plumbing penetration through this concrete slab had to have been redone and re-poured with fresh concrete, or cut out. Here's a recessed outlet that goes into the center of a living room. And I'm not kidding you when I tell you every single plumbing penetration was redone. Well, they obviously didn't redo that board right there. That was split right in half. Because that'll throw them over budget. God, here's that stud again. I mean, did they have to redo every component in this house? The plumbing, the studs? I tell you what I'd do is I'd redo my payment. I ain't paying these jokers.
Absolutely insane for this to be $1 million home. I think he said $1.1 million. Just think about what the mortgage is on something like that. You're going to be paying probably $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 a month. And that's what's behind your walls. That's the type of quality control.
You know, it's probably a waste of my time to even check the plumbing system. It's been tested. $500,000 new construction townhome. Get up to the upstairs bathroom, check the toilet, and she's bone dry. Ain't got no gas.
Wow.
In it. Ah, here we go. Here's where that stub out's supposed to be. Oh. They left their stud finder. I'm going to put that right back.
Then have the nerve to have plumbing tested 2124 to try to fake you out and make you think like, oh, it's good. This has been recently inspected. Not at all. Diabolical.
No guardrail support posts. Look at this. So I gotta tell you this. The deck was actually 6 inches over this way, but the handrail was right in front of that window, so they had to move the deck 6 inches to the right. So literally all they did was unbolt the ledger and scoot the deck over, scooted this outer rim joist right off the support, and then used a saw and cut that 6 inches of beam off the side. This lag isn't even in all the way. It's missing one there. And look at this. Look at how these are spaced right here. That's hilarious. And then there's only 6 on this entire thing. So you got 2 there, 2 there, none there, none there, 1 there, none there, 1 there. So, and then they got this window. They built the deck an inch lower than it should have been because this ledger doesn't even align with the rim joist inside the house. So you can see they couldn't even nail all the holes in the hangers because they had to cut a notch out of the ledger because they hung it too low just to fit around the window. And then they just added these little scrap blocks in between. Like that would solve the problem. I mean, the whole thing's just hilarious. No flashing behind the ledger, or no tape or anything. And look at this here. I think it's this one. You can see right through it that joist isn't even on the beam, so it's unlevel at that aspect. Just terrible altogether.
Again, think about it. This is probably a $500,000 plus home. And you have to ask yourself, if this is the quality to work on a deck, and this is visible, this is something easily that can be spotted out by any inspector, anybody that walks past and does a quick observation. What type of corners do you think they cut behind the walls and inside the house? That's the question you got to ask yourself.
Another day, another home inspection. Brand new 2024 townhome. Let's get to it. Now this chandelier is beautiful, don't get me wrong, but how are you gonna let the cables get all tangled up like that? Come on. Really? Let's test the disposal. There's something in there. Fancy. Very nice.
What's sad with this new construction, these new construction homes now, you have to make sure you have a very, very, very qualified home inspector. And it's almost to the point now where you have to probably get 2 or 3 home inspections from 2 or 3 highly qualified independent home inspectors.
Another hidden dishwasher. And she's giving me an error code. Great. They gotta be real careful when they slide that oven back. Don't wanna scratch the wood floors. Oh, we've got our anti-tip bracket down there. That's good to see. Just gotta make sure that that leg is seated upright, not bent like that. It's a nice vanity. Oh, James Martin, wow. I have no idea who that is. But I like it. I like the wallpaper. Even the light fixture in here is pretty cool. Nice. Okay, I was saying the vanity's nice, but not that nice. Come on, people.
And I can bet you that this is probably close to $1 million home. Like I said, they make it look nice. Just throw lipstick on a pig, make it look cosmetically appealing. But behind the walls, they're doing everything to cut corners and save a few dollars. But yet they want to charge you top dollar.
By the way, this place is $1.2 million. And
1.2 million.
I mean, come on. The paint, the attention to detail or lack thereof. I mean, come on. The worst is when I see paint that's running down, where they just let the paint run on the next couple coats and you can just see
Just a sloppy rush job trying to hurry up and get it done.
it running down like that. Oh, man. The carpenter here, though, they did a good job. Look at this wall here. That is nice. I'm a big fan of that. It's just the painter. Whoever finished the carpenter's work didn't really care. It's a nice exterior door. But if you want to lock it, Well, there is no way to lock it. Because the lock just...
Again, imagine putting yourself in a position of life to afford a $1.2 million home, and this is the type of quality that you're getting for your money.
spins freely while nothing engages. Even when this is pressed in, still nothing. Security, baby. Now this is a pretty cool fireplace. Oh yeah. And it's an electric fireplace as well, so it will emit heat. What's your favorite color? Who needs a door handle when you can just finger your door closed and open? Love that. Look at these guys. Are they even paying rent? Freeloaders. Garage time. Okay. Let me guess. We've got to hold the button. Beautiful. I don't know if I've talked about this before, but the reason why I had to hold the button right there is due to these little guys. These eyes apparently aren't lined up, and when they aren't lined up, the door requires that you hold the button to close it to ensure that you are watching it go down and making sure it doesn't crash.
Again, very, 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 very poor quality control. I mean, you would think, like I said, a house over 7 figures, it would be some type of, quality control list that they would walk through, making sure everything is in order. Again, another thing, you have to research the builder and who's building these homes and the builder's track record for quality. Again, because like I said, some of these builders don't give a damn. They just want to throw up these houses as quick as they can, get your money, and they're on to the next deal.
Nightmare house.
New construction that started falling apart within a few months.
And the problem continues.
Windows that bowed out. Walls that leaked with rain or snow.
We could smell the gas.
An oven tagged as
An explosion hazard.
then this. Water the last place it should be.
This was a significant volume of water.
And finally, the structure of the building itself, discovered by a city engineering review.
The beam over the garage door high enough to withstand a wind shear event or a high wind event. I can't use my garage. I can't use my shower. I can't use one of the light fixtures. I can't use my oven.
The builder, Sustainable Design Build, didn't return our emails asking for comment. A dream house turned nightmare. She just wants fixed.
The number of issues that I've had is unbelievable. And it makes me fearful for what I haven't noticed yet, for what's going to develop in the future.
The builder, Sustainable Design Build, didn't return our emails asking for comment. It was supposed to start in July.
It's 3 months later. The work still hasn't been done. As far as I know, it hasn't been scheduled.
Absolutely insane. And my question was, who was her home inspector? Did he not see these things, or did she not get a home inspection because maybe it was new construction? They don't say, but I mean, how could all these things be missed, even by the city or the municipality? How did this pass code? Is this up to code? Like I said, it's really spooky out here when you buy a new construction home. Like I said, thinking you're going to avoid any major issues in the near future, and you move in and it's literally raining inside your house.
Will not be buying anything that was built in 2024.
My house was built in 1958, and I don't think I will ever buy a house that is any newer. Our house is like 1,300 square feet, but this place is a fortress. I will be on one side of the house and my fiance's on another, and I can't hear him talking to me because the walls are so thick. We have to command hook everything to the wall because it is impossible to get like a push pin in to put decor up because the walls are so thick. Watch. I'm trying as hard as I can, and it just won't go through. There's also something extremely comforting about the fact that this house has been here through the worst of storms of all time. Like, she survived Hurricane Andrew. She's good. Especially as a Florida girly and someone who sells real estate for a living, I just love something about an old Florida concrete block construction home. They're like legit fortresses. And if it's maintained well, there is no better indication of a home holding up for the future than one that has already held up for the past 66 years through the worst storms of all time. Yes, you'll have to update things along the way with an older house, but you can be pretty damn sure that this house is not going anywhere in the long run. My advice, buy the old house and then just upgrade the finishes to be whatever you want.
Sounds like solid advice from his realtor. Yeah, like from what I'm seeing, like I said, unless the builder, you research the builder and you trust their quality of work, you're almost better off buying an older home and, like I said, just doing the renovations as you go.
It's a brand new house, brand new deck, and you can see they've used screw piles for the deck support, and they actually did screw piles for the stairs. The only thing is, nothing is actually supported. They just took a piece of scrap wood, just kind of tacked it in with a couple of screws on an angle on both of these. One little screw on the side there, just to hold everything in place. So of course, the staircase isn't even close to level. So this is just one example of many of new construction these days and the things that consistently get missed on every home after home after home, all the way down the block.
And then again, they want to charge you top dollar.
All I gotta say is, fuck. I'm in the basement. Well, I'm in a mechanical room of a new infill. And what do you think the problem is with this HRV, other than this dog shit wiring?
It's too damn high.
Hey, you think there's a problem? Let's have a look. Let's open this up. Oh, we can't. Because it hits the fucking ceiling. You can't even undo the latch on either side. So it's not accessible. I'm done with new construction today. I'm new construction out. I need a day off from it because it's just it's fucking non-stop every single time. Just do your damn job properly. Please, it's not hard. That could have been lowered down 2 inches. No reason for it to be up that high. None. Just no common sense. It's gone. COVID killed what was left of it.
And one thing I will say, if you are in the skilled trades, you should be definitely encouraged. It's a lot of work out here for you if you know what you're doing, because they're literally just throwing up these new constructions with absolutely no regard. Mm-mm. Literally all plywood. Like I said, they want to charge you $200,000-$300,000 for this type of quality of work. And then not to mention that, I mean, the house is literally 2 feet. You got a house 2 feet right next door to you, and you're paying $400,000. Like I said, these new constructions, you have to be very, very wary nowadays. They're literally just throwing these houses up, money grab. One, you have to make sure you have a very reputable home inspector. I would say at least get 2 or 3, just in case the first guy, if he misses something. And also, like I said, make sure you're researching the builder and know who's building these houses and his or her track record on previous projects. But let me know in the comments below, do you own a new construction home, and have you had any issues? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.